Yes. Yes. One day I'm gonna fix it. I swear to God I am. One day I swear to God I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna tear this whole thing down from the rooter to the tutor. You hear me? I'm gonna tear this whole thing down from the rooter to the tutor. Put this together piece by piece to make sure that that little hiss get the fuck out of here, man. I'm tired of hearing it. Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy JP Justice. How can I get started here? How can I get started? JP Justice. You know how we do. You know how we do. You know how we do. Let me sign on to my what the fuck is going on here? Let me sign on to my Instagram. Black Kings Table Talk. Let's get this popping. What's going on with you? Yo, it's your boy JP Justice. What's going on? This is Black Kings Table Talk. You know what it is. 5 p.m. on a Sunday. 5 p.m. on a Sunday. Ain't no better place to be than with us and the Kings today. There's no better place to be than with us and the Kings today. I'm got a shout out to all my new Instagram supporters. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's up, Mo? What up? What up, Laverne? What up, month called June? Oh, the month called June. Okay. And Big Nicks, what's going on? This is your boy JP Justice. Black Kings Table Talk. You know how we do. Each and every Sunday at 5 o'clock, the fellas come in here and we talk about things that went down during the week. Gerald Kelly in the building. What up, Gerald Kelly? Black Kings Table Talk. I got the fellas coming in a few minutes, but I am your host, one of your hosts. It's about 6 or 7 of us. I am JP Justice. Ain't nothing shaking, Yeah, everything else. What up, Aqua Guard? That's what I'm talking about. I'm beginning to love my Instagram family more than my Facebook family. You know that? Gerald Kelly in the building, T in the building. What up? My Instagram family, y'all are getting it. I see why people are jumping from Facebook to Instagram, because Instagram is where everybody is at. And Instagram, people are interacting way more than Facebook. Facebook is becoming an old man's game. It's like the old court, like it's the ABA league. You got to pull your tube socks all the way up. You got to pull your striped tube socks all the way up, and you got them shorts with the white trimming on it. I'm beginning to not like my Facebook family. Like let me not say not like them, but these guys, less and less. It's an older game out here, and it's like a harder grind. It's the ABA league. It's the ABA league over here. But you come over here, it's the fresh new NBA, long shorts, Jordans. Over here, they got Converse on over here. You know what I'm saying? But today is Black Kings Table Talk, and I will say this, for everybody that is on my Instagram page, then you want to check out what the fellas look like and what put a face to the voice and all that kind of stuff. Do come over to Black Kings Table Talk on Instagram, and you get to check us all out. You know me, I'm here at 5 o'clock each and every day talking about what's going down. My guys come in, they trickle in throughout the morning or throughout the evening, and we all get this conversation going. This is a conversation. Let me tell you what this is. Black Kings Table Talk is about the barbershop talk live on the internet. So you never know where we going. You never know what we're going to talk about. You never know how high the emotions go, because we argue in here. You hear me? We argue in here. If you are a brittle person, this ain't where you're supposed to be at, because we're going to get it in. We may say some things that are offensive, but if you ever been in the barbershop and heard the conversation in the barbershop, that's how it go down. So, put your big boy boots on when you come in here. You hear me? Put your big boy boots on. Don't come in here crying. Don't come in here telling us what we should and shouldn't say. Don't come in here trying to overtake our conversation with your morals. In the barbershop, the only morals is what you prove right there. You know what I mean? Now, I've been out of the loop this whole week. I've actually been back and forth to physical therapy. I have to go to physical therapy. When you get older, you know, your body starts showing you things that you ain't never had before. And I got a pinch in my nerve. It's all the way real in this room. You already know, Mo. Mo, you already know how we do it in here, Mo. I got a pinched nerve, so I had to go to physical therapy. And in physical therapy, they had the little Asian ladies now. I ain't gonna front. First off, I like a female's touch on my body. I like a soft female hand touching my body. That's why I tell my wife, sometimes it ain't even about sex. Sometimes I just want my wife to rub my chest and rub my arms. Let me just put your hand on me. God damn. Right? And she said, your old ass. But I've been going to physical therapy, and in physical therapy, the little Asian ladies now touch me. I feel like I'm cheating because I love the way these little Asian ladies' hands feel. You hear me? I'm in a doctor's office. I'm not in one of them little Chinese shops. What up, Fun Size Finn? I'm not in one of them little Asian shops. I'm in a real doctor's office, but they hired the Asian people in there to give the physical therapy. So the little Asian lady was touching my skin, and I was like, hey, whoa, hey, I don't know how much more of a copay I got to pay, but you can't be touching me like that, goddammit. And she was only up in my chest and in my back and on my arm. But I was like, this little soft, tender little Asian hand. Ooh. Soft little Asian hand, yeah. We love when they rub on our. It's not the same. It's not the same. She said, she said, we love when they rub on our feet. I have never had a pedicure. I've never had a pedicure. Like, I do my own feet. Like, I don't have, first off, I don't have hard feet. That's horrible. I have pretty nice toes, and I clip my own toenails. Maybe I should go for a pedicure and see how this little Chinese lady touched my feet. No, I did have a pedicure back in the day. It tickled. It wasn't yeah. Whoa, Fun Size Finn. You get pedicures, Finn? Let me find out. I got men on here that go get pedicures. Are you serious? Damn. Many of those Asian men know flexology. What's flexology? Now you're gonna have me look up flexology. Now I gotta go see what flexology is. What? Reflexology. Reflexology, also known as the zone therapy. Okay, also known as zone therapy in its alternative medical practice, involves the application of pressure to specific points on your feet and or hands. This is done to using the thumb, finger, and the hand massage technique. No happy endings. I have my sperm. Listen to this. My sperm is a commodity, and I don't want to just skeet it somewhere and they scoop it up. And next thing you know, I got a Chinese son somewhere. And manicures, that's a great time to relax. Okay, maybe I should go get it. What do you think? You think I need a manicure? They clean. I don't think I need a manicure. I don't want nails. Nails is horrible. I know ladies are going, I love a man with nails. Nice nails is cute and sexy on the man. I'm married. I don't need no goddamn nails. My wife accepts me for the nails that I have. And if she accepts me for the nails that I have, then those are the nails that I shall live with. Big shout out to everybody, all my new followers on, all my new supporters on Instagram. Thank you. I had some great shows this weekend. And with some real quality people. Let me say that right now. I had some great shows this weekend with some real quality people. Shout out to my man Hassan Oliver out in Jersey. He had me Friday night at his club out in Jersey. Shout outs to, let me make sure I say this correctly too. Hold on. I want to make sure I say this correctly. Shout outs to Luke and Luke Productions. Let me say that. Shout outs to Luke and Luke Productions. They had me at the Cityplex out in New Jersey yesterday morning, 11 a.m. Now that was crazy. 11 a.m. I'm doing a morning Saturday show out in New Jersey. I was in New Jersey 11 a.m. in the morning doing a comedy show at the movie theater. So big shout outs to Luke and Luke. My man Juan, just hit us up when you get in the building, Juan. Don't when you get in the house, just hit us up. So shout outs to Luke and Luke. Then also shout outs to my man Brian Jenkins, way out in Haddington, New Jersey. It's like right off like you can look and see Philly. Like that's how deep I was in Jersey last night. I was deep in Jersey. You hear me? Deep in Jersey last night. But I tell you one thing though, I met some quality people there. Shout outs to the post office crew that was out there. Thank y'all for following me. When I got at home, I seen all of the love. So thank y'all for following me. Big shout out to everyone, man, who came out and supported the shows and definitely who's following me. Got a whole new, I'm damn near at 5,000. Trying to get to 10,000 on Instagram, y'all. Trying to get to 10,000 on Instagram. Follow me on the trail of 10,000. Once I get to 10,000, I can start getting paid for my posts. Hey, Juan, hit me up when you get in the crib. You know, I don't want it to go in and out. Yeah, I don't want it to go in and out. So I told him to follow him. Hit me up when you get in the crib. He's on his way. What's going on this week, man? I've been kind of blind. I've been kind of blind this week. I really don't know what's going on. Let me see where's my peoples at. Where you at? To all my peoples in the front. Harlem Blue, where you at, bro? Yo, where you at? Huh?
I'm coming in now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Calling my peoples because I don't really know what's going on. I gotta check with my peoples. I heard Shaq said something. Shaq did something this week. I heard Shaq gave props to his ex-wife and said something about the divorce. I know nothing about the divorce. So we're gonna find out in a minute. That's what I'm talking about. My man Harlem Blue in the building. What up, Blue?
Yeah, what's good?
Say it again.
What's good? What's good? Can you hear me? Am I coming in clear?
Yeah. You good.
Oh man.
You look like you just waking up.
Literally, man. I woke up, got myself together, said let me jump on this shit real quick.
Dude, I woke up literally at 4:00 this afternoon.
Well, I didn't wake up at 4 my time. I woke up at what? 1:45.
Yo.
Go in, take a quick shower.
I blacked out. You hear me?
Yeah.
But I got this heating pad too. Here's a little secret, bro. I didn't know when you put a heating pad. Hey, when you put a heating pad on yourself and go to sleep, you sleep a little heavier.
Yeah. Yeah, my wife put me up on the heating pad, man. So, yeah.
I put the heating pad on and listen. Rockabye, baby. What was that?
I got the heating pad. I got this.
What up, Tay Tay?
I got like a bed size heating pad.
Hey Tay Tay, I hope everything is well, man. I remember our text messages. I hope everything is well. You got the bed size heating pad.
Yeah, and you can control it on each side. So that my wife has a control on her side for her side of the bed, and I have a control on my side.
Oh, that's what's up, bro.
Yeah, and it heats the whole side of the bed. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Oh, yo, man, let me tell you, when you get older, look forward to that heating pad in your bed. Heating pad is okay. Yo, I went to physical therapy this week, and I was telling the people that that little Asian hand on my chest and back felt kind of good. I almost, yo, Harlem, I almost wanted to go. How much you want to copay to how much more on the copay do I got to put?
How much do I have to put down to get that to get that Dallas Cowboys owners deal?
Yeah, my bad. Heats up. My bed heats up in my Oh, you got the bed that heats up in your mattress. She said she got the bed that heats up in her mattress.
Yeah, see, we need to heat the heats up in the mattress. We got the thing that covers the mattress that heats up. So, you know what I'm saying? Kudos to whoever that was that said that. You can shout their name out.
Spending. You spending big money on? You spend big money on your bed, on your mattress and bed and shit.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we spend a little something.
Yeah.
We spend a little something. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. What?
Yeah,
let me tell you, me and my wife. Well, my wife is very practical. She's not cheap. She's practical. Like anything that has to be splurged on, ask me. My wife is like Robinson Crusoe. You hear me?
See, my wife is, I would say she's conservative with the money, but she's bougie as well. She likes nice things. So, especially when it comes to stuff in the house. So, yeah, she you know, she's tight on the pocket. She's conservative. But, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to spending and she wants nice things, yeah.
She'll splurge on herself.
Oh yeah, she ain't holding back on that. It's like no, like I'm the type of person like yo, we can get that cheaper. Like no. You know what I'm saying? Like she want to go to the expensive furniture store and get some, you know what I'm saying, a couch that costs like, you know, a yay amount.
My wife will say some shit like, I can make that. Now, hey, this
What?
There's a bed we talking about here. All you gotta do is get you some cots and some springs and little foam mattress, and you sew it together. It's the same thing.
No, it's not, Mama.
my wife is practical, B. She's very practical. It's hard to buy her a gift. Mother's Day is coming up too. Next week Sunday is Mother's Day.
Oh, it's next week Sunday. I see them. You know, I don't know when the holidays coming. Hold on. I don't know when the holidays coming unless I see the commercials.
True.
That's how I live my life at this point, at this age. Was there a commercial? Well, then okay, then I know there's coming. If there wasn't a commercial, dude, I'm sorry to change it up real quick. Okay, I'm laying in bed last night, just flipping through YouTube, and I saw this app. It was a advertisement for this app that you put on your phone, and what it does is it's basically like a job. You test other apps and you get paid for it. And the dude ran, he said, watch, I'm going to show you how this is done. And he went through the whole shit. I lost the, because you know how they got the little yellow bar that runs through? Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking, I'm going to tap on this. But the shit had ran all the way, and then it clicked onto the next commercial, and I couldn't find it no more.
It was a commercial, or was it a video?
It was a video advertisement. You know how when you're watching how YouTube has advertisements on some of their videos, they're monetized. Yeah, so it was a app, Jay, that all you do is download different apps. It could be iHeartRadio, it could be Spotify, it could be a game, and you have to download it, and then you have to go on and use it for like maybe 30 seconds or half an hour, and then that's how you get paid. And he was showing what you get paid for each one you do and how much money he was making. And I was like, are you fucking serious?
A lot of that should be a scam, though. A lot of that should be a scam.
You think it might have been a scam?
Yeah, because if it was that easy, don't you think everybody, like, don't get me wrong, there are jobs where you test apps. There are jobs that you do that, but those jobs are far few in between, and they're very selective on the criteria of the people testing the app. They tell you test the app because we want you to see if this works. Test the app because we want to see if that works. Test the app because we want to see if that works. So it's not something general, but I would love to see the app though, because I am definitely that type of person who would test out apps. You know what I'm saying? Anything to bring extra money in, brother. Anything to bring in extra money.
Well, you know how I'm trying to motivate myself, and the tech shit as well as money are great motivations for me. And the fact that you can do this on your phone, in your house, in your pajamas, and my man was talking about, more than a rack a day. If you're on your phone like that, you could just be doing this and getting like over a rack a day. I'm like, wait a minute, stop playing with me. Wait. And I was pissed off because I'm like, oh shit, it skipped to the next one. How do I find it? So now I'm trying to skip back. I'm scrolling back on the video and I couldn't find it. I was like, oh man, I suck.
No, but I definitely feel you on that. And if I can make some money doing that shit, please believe I'll jump out the window with it.
I was watching it. They had it titled Versus, and it was Ice Cube versus what's my man name? Scarface.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm watching it and I'm realizing this is not a versus. This is a show. This is the actual show they did. It's not a versus. But if I had to say who won, it would have been a
versus of what? What are you talking about?
You know how we watch the verses, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, they had it titled on YouTube, Ice Cube versus Scarface. So I'm clicking on it, I'm watching it, and I'm realizing, okay, y'all just put that on the
clickbait.
Yeah, but it's not a versus. It was an actual show. It was an actual concert, but it wasn't a versus.
It was just people putting two pieces. Ellison said, "Who won?"
Well, if I had to say who won, it would have been Scarface. It would have been Scarface. Scarface. I mean, his hits is this. This take you there.
But he don't have as many as Cube.
He has enough though. He has enough.
I don't think Scarface got 20.
Huh?
I don't think Scarface got 20. I don't think Scarface got 20 hits that can knock out. And don't get it twisted. I love Scarface.
I'm gonna put it. Hold up, but I'm gonna put it to you like this. I mean, I'm not an Ice Cube fan, so I'll put it to you like that. What 20 hits does Ice Cube got?
Oh, you fucking crazy?
I said 20 hits.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, are you fucking crazy?
I said
Yo,
20 hits.
Yo,
I don't. But you have to understand, I'm not a fan of Ice Cube. I mean, don't get me. I love him in the movies and all that. You know what I'm saying? I met him back in the day. As far as the music, I even bought that first album when he
when he broke up from the NWA.
Yeah, when he dropped I copped that shit. I copped it. But I've never really been like, oh my God, I love this cat shit. No, I've never been that dude. I'm like, Ice Cube's all right.
Top 20 Ice Cube.
Scarface. I love Scarface music. I've heard several joints from Scarface. I'm like, oh, Scarface is the shit.
All right, here we go.
His voice alone is just ridiculous.
Over 30 years in the business. And when we say Ice Cube songs, we talking about songs that Ice Cube is in, or you talking about just Ice Cube alone?
No, he could be in it. He could be in it because I'm gonna give you that, because when you do a versus, if you're in the song, you can just do your part from that song. They've done that in the verses.
So he got Friday.
Take that from him.
He got Friday. He got wow, Endangered Species with Chuck D. I remember that joint. He got Today Was a Good Day.
Well, we all know that.
No Vaseline. Once Upon a Time in the Projects. Let's Get Wicked. Damn it, Wicked. I remember Wicked. Steady Mobbing was one. I never gangster. A lot of this shit is West Coast shit. Check Yourself Before You Wreck Yourself. Jacking for Beats. That was the next one up here. Colorblind featuring some West Coast shit. Dead Homies, I remember that. Today Was a Good Day. Yeah, I mean, he had Ice Cube got a ring of fucking hits. I don't think.
Now go to Scarface, because I'm telling you, I'm watching this shit and I'm not sure. And then I don't think I really, aside from shit like Today Was a Good Day, I just don't really fuck with Ice Cube like that when it comes to the music.
And Scarface, it don't even have 10. It says the GOAT. Here are 20 songs that prove it. Okay, they got 20 songs. Let's see. First off, you look mean as fuck. My mom's playing Trick So Mad. There we
go. But it wasn't a verses.
Smile
like I'm
with Tupac.
Shit,
Smile
and it was like, oh, go ahead.
Smile with Tupac. I'm dead. I don't know what that is. One look, me in the eyes. Don't know what that is. In Between Us, featuring Nas and Tanya Herron. Diary of a Madman. Heaven, featuring Kelly Price. Hand of the Dead Body, featuring Ice Cube and Devin the Dude. My Block, that's dope. That was dope. I like My Block. Now I Feel Ya. I Seen a Man Die. That's dope too.
Oh yeah, he did that shit. That shit was hot.
The Man Dies. Yeah. A Minute to Pray. Oh, hold on.
And I thought his show. They basically it was just a show. You know what I'm saying? Ice Cube opened up. He did a slew of songs in the beginning. Then the way they had it was, what's his name comes on in the middle. He does the whole middle, and then Ice Cube closes it out. He came back on with his boy and closed it out. So it wasn't a versus shit. Versus you go back and forth, and they're usually on stage together, and they go, you do a couple of hits, then I do a couple of hits.
Yeah. Well, listen, we can add in. Yeah, listen, Ellis, we can add in Ghetto Boy hits.
Oh yeah, he did. Dun, 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 dun. And his show, to me, like Ice Cube had a good show, but his show was, to me, like the crowd was singing his shit.
Yeah.
They was singing several songs of what's his name, Scarface.
Yeah. I don't get it twisted. I'm not, like I said, I like Scarface, but
I'm just happy he made it through.
Yo, do me a favor. Hold the people down real quick. I have to reset my computer. Just keep talking to the people. Tell them things that's going on. It takes me a quick second.
Well, I actually wanted to talk about some double standard shit I've been seeing, and I had to get up out my feelings and say, okay, it's just society. It's just how we do. But you know what I'm saying? It's like we got these double standards with men and women that, like, for instance, this Ben Simmons shit. And if you don't know who Ben Simmons is, he's a basketball player. You know what I'm saying? He didn't play this whole season. Had some beef with the, I'm not even going to go into what happened with the Philadelphia 76ers, his old team. Ended up getting traded this season to the Brooklyn Nets. And the thing is that, he hasn't played all season. And one of the reasons is mental health. And I ain't trying to go into a sports thing, but what I'm saying to people is everybody has bashed this man. And saying one of the reasons he hasn't played for a whole season, and he doesn't have a record of this, he doesn't have a history of this, but one of the reasons is mental health issue. And when the two young ladies, when they claimed mental health issue, the gymnast for the Olympics, she said she's not going to be in the Olympics because of mental health. And then we had the tennis player. She said she wasn't going into her tournament because of mental health, or she was pulling out, whatever the case may be. They were praised for being strong and, saying, okay, I'm not, there are things that are bigger right now. I'm dealing with some mental health issues. I can't participate. But this brother has been raked through the coals. His name he's been called things like pathetic. It's a disgrace. Like, I mean, it's piled on, and it's really, really gotten on my nerves when I hear it from these sports analysts like Stephen A. Smith and other basketball, alumni like, Shaquille O'Neal and all, because it's like, okay, it's black men. It's mostly black men that are saying this. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's like, okay, wait a minute. The sisters, when they said they couldn't play and it was mental health, it was okay. Everybody praised them. It was okay. Go ahead, take that time, get yourself together, get your help that you need. The brother, he said he couldn't play mental health. Oh, he's despicable. He's soft. It's disgraceful. He's this and he's that. I'm like, wait a minute. What are we doing? What are we doing? Why? And y'all are all brothers. Why? I thought we were, past that. I thought we acknowledged mental health issues now.
What happened?
No, they don't.
He said,
no,
they don't. No, we don't. One,
because and come on, in the black community, it's always been a stigma of going about mental health issues. Oh no, man, don't go do that. That's white people shit. Oh no, man, that's just crazy people shit. You ain't crazy. He all right. He all right. I'm telling you, it's folks probably right now in the black community that's walking around all kind of stuff going on. OCD. Some of y'all bipolar. Some of y'all got borderline personality disorder, and walking around and don't even know it, walking around undiagnosed, all because of there's disparities with that, particularly not only just with health, just in general, but particularly mental health. Because how many times you've seen it to where, if you're come from a poor community, if you're on Medicare or Medicaid, if you're on Medicaid, something like that, most sites don't even pick up Medicaid, so you can't get the mental health services that you might need. Your kid might be really going through something and can't get it.
Don't you think that when you get stigmatized, like with mental health illness, that they use it against you though?
That's because of our in our community. Yeah, that's a problem because I mean, people go through things and things happen, problems happen. But how many times have we heard like, oh, black people strong, we black, we strong, we too proud, that kind of mentality that get enforced in us and shit, and then it gets to the point that even like, okay, in medicine, they've done reports on how they say how black women, when they go into labor and stuff like that, they rarely want to give them pain meds while they're going through labor, because the stigma in the medical community is, oh, the black woman, oh, this black woman, oh, she can take it, this ain't that painful for her, and that's
like we're extra, how shall I say, durable, and our pain level is at a higher rate. Like we can take excess amount of pain. It's ridiculous. But Juan, what really, like I said, what really hurt is it's black men. And they were going in hard. It's not, it's not white men that's putting us down. Mm-hmm. It's black men. You know what I'm saying?
And one of them was a basketball player. Like, come on.
Yeah, several of them. I mean, you had a couple of basketball players like Charles Barkley, Shaquille O'Neal. Stephen A. Smith called the boy pathetic. Called him pathetic. Like, dude, I feel like once you say, it's mental health, and then understand this, he ain't played all fucking season. Mm-hmm. All season. Now, I want you to understand, okay, y'all ain't never seen him do this before. It's not like what they were saying about Kyrie Irving and him always taking games off in the season, you know, like personal shit or whatever. It's not like that. He ain't got no track record of this. If he was physically ready to play, he's always played for the Sixers. If he was physically ready to play, he's always played. So now he has this issue, you know what I'm saying? And okay, if you don't believe him, that's on y'all. But the minute he says it and says, this is what I'm dealing with, all right, that hands off. You know what I'm saying? Just like y'all did the sisters, just like y'all would do white people, hands off. Hands off. Mental health, let him. I hope that brother gets the help he needs. Go out there and get the help he needs. But like you said, and I tell you, it kind of triggers some things because my brother, when he was telling my father and myself that he was dealing with his mental health issues and being bipolar, and this was like late 90s, early 2000. I mean, it was like a few years of us hearing this, and like, you could just get yourself together. You all right. You all right. It's, you know, and you know, my father really didn't understand, God rest his soul. He really didn't get it. Like, you know, he really thought this is just an excuse for him not to get his life together. And, you know, I'm listening to my dad and I'm like, yeah, you probably right. And then later on, I come to realize, oh no, that's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be honest. Here's what's fucked up, Juan. It wasn't until I saw white people talk about it, then I said, "Oh shit, that's what my brother said he had."
Yeah, I believe this is what I believe, and this is a harsh thing to say, but I believe that I think people have mental anguish. You know, just tired.
Mm-hmm.
People have. And there are people that have mental disorders and all that kind of stuff. But it's hard for me to swallow mild cases. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see the extreme. I can see bipolar to the extreme. I can see, you know, what's the name to the extreme. But I think a lot of times people are just worried and tired.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm quick to not wanting to judge myself. 80. What's some of these mental problems?
What do you mean, like bipolar?
Any of these mental problems, I'm quick to not recognize the mild case of it. Mm-hmm. Like I have to see it at an extreme for me to go, okay.
Yeah, but see, here's what happens. You want to kind of nip it in the bud when it's mild before it gets to the extreme. Because if you let it go on while it's mild, then it get to the extreme. By then it's too late. It's like, yo, this dude about to commit suicide or something.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want to get to that point.
When the cat says it and it's mild, take heed of it, like Juan's saying, because you don't want that shit to get out of hand. You don't want it to get to that point. Like, and we live in a society, especially dealing with men, where, like, you know, it's always been, oh, just be a man, suck it up. You know what I'm saying? Get out there and hustle. Go get yours. You know what I'm saying? Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. All that bullshit. And, you know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to the black man and all the trauma that we go through. You know what I'm saying? All the trauma that we carry. And you know, it's so bad that we carry trauma that we didn't even live through. And that's the reality. We carry trauma that we didn't even live through.
Yeah, like how many of us that came from single parent homes where a mother or something like that was being abused, and you know, we see that. And if you're young, you don't understand. You know, you don't quite understand what it is, whatever. You just see it going on. But then you get a little older, you start noticing things, patterns in your life, things that you was doing that you might have seen while you was younger that you didn't quite understand. But this is how you express it because you saw this going on or you saw that going on. I mean, I know folks like I can go to like I got folks, you know, that was around in New York during the crack era that remember the crack era and the shootouts and the wild ass violence in New York back in the day and stuff. And they've since moved down south and stuff. And like and they when they call themselves coming back to New York and stuff, they go to Harlem, they're amazed, like, what is this? Where's all the, you know, they still thinking they go see the abandoned buildings and stuff. And some of them got PTSD from like, I didn't think about it in that level, but some of them got PTSD from living in that era.
What could be what's PSD from living in that era?
PTSD.
What could be PTSD? Like what? Give me an example of a PTSD from living in the crack era.
Something like, okay, so like somebody, you know, ran up in your spot and was, you know, you seen somebody get killed like right in front of you. You sitting on a stoop or something like that. Somebody, bam, got shot in the face. Blood spewing out all over the place. Or like, say like one of your relatives, one of your friends or something like that, you know, a homie of yours, close friend of yours got killed. Or somebody, a relative, you know, got taken out by crack. You see, you know, some dead crackhead sitting up in the project stairways or whatever, and he dead, been laying there freezing. So
how could that play out later on in your life? Like what would make you nervous or have a mental breakdown if you've seen something like that? Like I see, that's the part that I'm not understanding.
Okay, well I'll tell you. So like, I mean, it can manifest as a number of things. It can be things that
right. How can it manifest? That's the word I'm looking for. How can it manifest later?
How can it manifest? It can manifest in the ways of like, okay, I'll give you an example of myself, right? This is just me, right? So I've been in the military 21 years or so. You know, I've been in, you know, combat situations and stuff like that. I have been diagnosed with PTSD. I'm the type of person where for a while I couldn't handle large crowds. Like when I would go drive it, like, you know, like I'd be in convoys and stuff. We used to go from, you know, Camp Phoenix to Bagram and to other bases and stuff. And, you know, we always scanning the road, looking for IEDs, looking for insurgents or whatever, and stuff sitting on, you know, usually the way they hide IEDs, they have like some garbage, like a garbage bag sitting on the side of the road or whatever. You think it's just some regular garbage, but this shit could be an IED, and you drive past it and boom, blow you up. I could be back. Like it took me a while for me to get used to driving around because I would see garbage on the side of the road and I would think it'd be an IED or something. Even though I'm back home, I'm thinking, oh shit, that might be a fucking IED. Yo, let me get in the other lane or whatever. Or sitting in traffic, for instance, because like when you're over there, whenever we driving on convoys and stuff, the worst thing that could happen to you is to get stuck on the road in the middle, and they call it the kill zone because you stuck in traffic. The terrorists, they'll block off the road on one end, block the other end of the convoy in the other, and then all of them come out and start, you know, capping at you. So me sitting in traffic I used to get tense sitting in traffic because in my mind I'm thinking, oh shit, I'm in the kill zone. Yo, surgeons gonna come up over the hill. They gonna start getting the bucket at us. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
And you get out and run and leave your car right there.
Wasn't that extreme, but yo, no, real talk though. There's army dudes that have actually been like way worse with it. Like they'll be hallucinating shit. I know I had an auditory hallucination.
That's what I'm talking about. When it gets to that extreme, then I can understand it.
Yeah, I've gotten to that extreme because at one point, and there's another story. It was 4th of July. I was back home by that point. So it was 4th of July. I would just put the kids to bed. It was like 11 at night, and there was some kids outside shooting on fireworks. Now, I can remember when I was back across the water, at nighttime, I would hear, you know, it'd be gun battles and stuff going on, you know, boom, boom, all the time. I'm sitting in my bed. I'm thinking it's a gun battle going on downstairs. And it felt like I thought I was back in Afghanistan. Like I knew I was back home, but it was like, oh shit, the terrorists is outside. The battle's going on outside. I got to get the fuck out of here. So I woke my kids up at 11 at night, woke them up, put them in the car, and we drove around town for like an hour. Because I thought terrorists was outside.
But you see, to me, that's even an extreme. Like,
right.
That's an extreme case.
Right.
I can understand it when it gets to that point. Like now it's visual.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's manifested, and now this guy's jumping up. But I tend to think, and I've always said, I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me. I don't understand the mild cases. The mild cases to me just sounds like tired, or you need to get your mind off of things. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that could be it too. But you know, everybody has their threshold though. Yeah. You know, everybody has their tolerance. I mean, Some people can push through it and then work through it and they'll be all right. Some people, they know, oh man, if I let it go on, it's gonna get worse down the line. And they like, nope, I need to stop it. I need to chill right now. Because some people, they feel like, look, if how somebody else told me, what's that? I'm trying to think. It's this old saying, basically, like, you are what you tolerate. If you, because sometimes people sit there and tolerate until one day, the one straw that broke Campbell back, and then you blow up.
Hey, fellas, I'll be right back. That's my daughter. Let me see what this is.
All right. So anyway, like I was saying, so yeah, you tolerate it so much until it gets to the point where it breaks you. And then some people, they feel like they know when their breaking point is, or they know when they start feeling that spidey sense in them. And they're like, I'm not feeling this right now. Yo, I got to separate myself from this, because if I don't, it's going to escalate. So they try to nip it in the bud. Some people don't recognize when they have those. Some people don't understand that, when they at that levels and stuff. But people that are, they recognize who they are, and they're self-aware of themselves and self-aware of their triggers and self-aware of what's going to push them to the edge. They like, nah, I gotta chill.
Do you find yourself dealing with it even in today?
Sometimes I've gotten better with it. It's, it never goes away, but you learn better ways to cope, better ways to technique, better ways to cope and how to deal with your life. And that may come from just experience, just getting to know yourself. People sometimes you got to get to know your damn self. You know what I'm saying? Unplug from the world, take off all your damn clothes, stand in the damn mirror, butt ass naked, and get to know your damn self. Sit down at the kitchen table, microwave some macaroni and cheese or some shit. Sit at the table, butt ass naked, and get to know your damn self.
If I sit around butt naked, I'm gonna get to know myself. All right.
Exactly.
Well, first of all, JP be sitting around butt naked, just that's what he does in his house. He'll FaceTime you. This motherfucker's naked. I'm like, why? Why?
I never FaceTimed you naked.
Fuck are you calling me?
I FaceTime you shirtless, but not naked. Not naked. That'd be weird.
Yeah, nigga. All right.
Yeah.
That gut coming over that towel doesn't really help.
Yeah, man. And it's you learn, you guys start getting to, like I said, you get to learn it. You learn yourself. You get to know yourself. Sometimes we put so much, like, we get into everything else, and you go in, and it's crazy enough. The pandemic has really showed people have really figured out who they really are in this pandemic. Because when things shut down and you ain't had to go to work no more, and you were sitting at just whoever else just sitting around the house, and you're not working, and you done watched all the movies you done watched on Netflix, and you just sitting around, you just like, damn, what do I do? Who am I? And why am I doing this type of job? Do I like this shit? Do I even is this shit even worth it? Mm-hmm. Do I like what I do right now? What the hell who am I?
What did you learn about yourself during the pandemic?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Man, shit, I kept working. I wasn't shut down. I was good.
He's a healthcare professional. So.
What did you didn't learn anything about yourself during the pandemic?
How would I put it? Well, yeah, I can say that. I think I learned myself something about the pandemic. Well, I shouldn't say I learned more about myself. I learned more about, my family and, spouse and stuff. I think it was more of the connection there, with family and everything else, because, as I was telling you before, when you just working, and sometimes everybody's on autopilot, and you just working, and, sometimes you don't see certain things going on with your family, with your kids, because you're so busy doing other things, and they were out of school. So when they couldn't go to school, and they was just on a computer doing their things, and you sit there and you go, what the fuck is up with this school? Why is, these certain things or whatever not going on or whatever? And that made me go, oh damn, I need to go be more, proactive with their school situations, and see how they doing with their grades, and being more proactive with, well, how y'all doing? What's going on? So,
what did you learn about yourself during the pandemic, Blue?
Man, first of all, let me just tell y'all, when everybody was complaining about, staying at home and not having contact with people, not being able to go out and do their thing the way they used to, I was the cat saying, thank you for the vacation. I was the cat saying, wait a minute, hold up, let me get this straight. Y'all want me to stay home in my house, and if I do go out, I get to wear a mask. And people have to stay 6 feet away from me. Sign me the fuck up for this. How long is this gonna last? Sign me. I don't like you motherfuckers anyway. Sign me up. People are disgusting. Y'all get on my nerves.
It's what introverts call winning the lottery.
Thank you. That was one of the things I learned. I was like, I'm built for this shit. I'm really built for this. You know how many video games I played and finished in the span of just like a year and a half? Oh, I loved it. I'm comfortable I got comfortable with myself. You know what I'm saying? I was able to, and I was in a bad place. I'm not going to say that I wasn't in a bad place, because I was dealing with the repercussions of the car accident, some back issues, back pain and all that, dealing with lawyers and having to go to the doctor for, what do you call it? The back pain I was having, also having, I was going to a therapist. I started going to a therapist. In the midst of the pandemic, before the pandemic, actually, I started going to the therapist, and what I'm saying is like, so I was seeing a physical therapist and a mental therapist. I became cool with myself on a certain level. Like, I have anxiety issues, dealing with a whole bunch of different shit, car accidents, growing up rough, in New York, it's a whole lot of things. I had the type of upbringing where my father was a cop and a drug dealer at the same time. I've seen the best of both worlds. I've seen bad shit happen. I've seen some shit, and at an early age, I've seen some shit. So, and you come to realize that, that does affect you. That does affect your decision making. That I came to realize that, oh shit, there was shit I blocked out. There was shit my brother tells me, oh, remember when this happened? Remember? And I'm like, oh, I don't remember that. Oh no, I was there, but I just blocked that shit out. You know what I'm saying? That's, I came to realize that I was that dude that was, trying to put on the best face and the best clothes all the time, but there was a lot of wounds under there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of damage under there that if you don't deal with it, it's going to come out in a different way. And I started getting anxiety attacks, really bad ones, like I want to say in the early 2000s, and I had no idea where this came from. You know what I'm saying? Everything was going good. I was doing good. I had no idea where this shit came from. And, I would have them at all type of times, throughout the week, on the way to work, at a comedy club, just, breaking out and having a panic attack. So it's taken me a long time to understand that, a lot of what you was, dealing with, but didn't understand, like with the anxiety and the panic attacks, it comes from all that shit that you had suppressed. And you wasn't really dealing with that. You was just putting on your best face and going forward. And that's why, like what Juan said earlier, putting on the best face and going forward isn't always the right solution.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like to this day, like even me, like to this day, if I go out, I go to a restaurant or something like that, or I go someplace, I sit facing the entrance because I want to see everybody that's coming and going. Like I never sit with my back toward the door.
I don't sit with my back towards the door either, but I was just taught not to. I don't think that's a PSD thing. I think
for me it was. I don't do that because
I learned about myself that everything and anything is interchangeable. Nothing is permanent in my life. when I thought that I couldn't survive without making these phone calls to these specific comedy spots in arenas, well, they all got shut down. But somehow I still made it. I made new phone calls. I made new connections and did new venues, as well as, I was driving the Uber and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I learned that about myself. I also learned that that I'm way more intense of a person than I had to learn to milden down because I was 24/7 with my family. So they, let me not put them through this constantly. So calm back, scale it down. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I learned about myself during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Lorraine said that's a hood thing, Juan. It's like, yeah, that's a hood thing. It's called trauma. Okay.
Why is it called trauma though?
Listen,
why is it called a hood thing? It's not. I wouldn't say it's a hood thing. It's just a security thing. Like it's the same way you said, I don't trust motherfuckers and I don't like motherfuckers and I stayed home and did this and blah blah blah. Well, it's natural instinct for me to see what's coming in and out. Is a survival thing, a PTSD thing? You know what I'm saying? PTSD, that thing.
I know it sound like a rap group, yeah, like EPMD or something. Is it? It can be. Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, right.
Could be a security thing.
I can understand if you say could be. You know what I'm saying?
Like for instance, I remember reading the autobiography of Malcolm X. I wound up reading it a little bit later on, but yeah, he said he started doing that because back in the day when he was hustling and stuff, somebody ran up on him and almost shot him, and the guy was behind him. He put the gun to his back and he was like, like boom, I could have got you. Somebody he owed money to or whatever, and so he said from that point on, he always, whenever he sat somewhere, he's facing the entrance, so you see who's coming and who's going.
What trauma are you going through right now, Lorraine? She said she's going through trauma right now. You know what I'm saying?
Like, trauma listening to us.
Listen to us.
This shit is trauma.
She got raccoons in the house. Damn, you got a family of coons in there?
Yeah, that could be traumatizing though, because those raccoons don't give a fuck, boy. They
rocket raccoon boy. Yep, they fuck you up.
Yo, and once a raccoon knows that he can do something and you ain't gonna do nothing about it, oh, they bullies. They are fucking bullies, bro.
Yo, they got little hands and shit too. So they got they real dexterous. They could pick some shit or whatever. Yo, picking the locks to your damn door. Let me get up in here.
Yeah.
Turning to the doorknob, getting through your garbage. Oh, what's this?
I got a PTSD from this cat out here meowing like she lost her mind. She think that she gonna get some penis in this house. It ain't in her cards. She has been born to be a virgin. And, she goes through this heat. Yo, do you ever hear my cat in the background?
I can't hear it, but
yeah,
my uncle used to do crazy stuff, man. My uncle was crazy. He used to have a female cat. He used to go on heat. He used to get a pencil and he used to stick it in there. What the hell? That's what he used to do. Yeah. I know the look on your face just says it all. I'm just like, what? I said, what
kind of nasty shit is
exactly.
Well, look, at least you get a pencil. I used to, when I was younger, I used to put the broom, and I wouldn't push the broom in there, but I would push the broom, like push up against it and watch the cat back up on it.
Okay, your uncle was sick and you're sick. Juan, your uncle was sick. JP, you're demented. You're fucking demented.
I would push it up on the cat's butthole and just to see her back up on it like that. Like she would back up on it herself.
And JP, tell me, what would that do for you?
It didn't do anything for me. I used to sit there and go, yeah.
You was doing it for a reason. You wanted to see it for a fucking reason.
No, I didn't want to see it. I knew that would calm her down.
Okay. Now we did it because we cared about the cat.
Right. I knew it would calm her down.
You don't care about no fucking animals.
I don't give a fuck about no animals, but I know when I would do that, she would back up and then she would go, and then she would be calm for a while.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, well, let me do it again. Let me put this broom down here, and she would just back up. So, and then she was
and
good.
it's something wild. Something wild I read too. I never realized this either. Like cats, okay, when they be having sex or whatever, the male cat, his penis has like spikes in it or something like that, and it
expands.
It expands, and that's why they be hollering like that.
Yeah, when a male cat goes in like that, it expands and pops open. It can't get out. When you hear cats and dogs get stuck, the penis swells like that, boom, and it can't get out. And the only way it gets out is if it nuts. JP trying to see what a cat can do. No. We will not be having any of that. I just knew that the cat would back up on it and she would be okay, and that's what I would do. So
listen, that's why life is wonderful. You never know when you go see or hear some weird shit that you ain't never heard before in your life. Here I am in my 50s. I'm like, you did what to the cat?
yeah.
What are you talking about? What?
Yes, that's wonderful, man.
Where that freaky shit at?
Yeah. So that's what I used to do, is make sure that the cat was okay. That was my contribution to her being in heat. Yeah, Mona keeps telling me to get the cat fixed, but guess what? Every time I was going, there was something happening. I put the cat in a little bag and took the cat down there, and we don't do it straight up like this. You got to make an appointment. Oh, it's COVID this and blah, 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 blah. I don't care enough for the cat to be going back and forth. You know, when I go that one day, get this shit done this one day. You know what I'm saying? So ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hey. Yeah, man, but then I kind of feel like
you shouldn't have a pet. I'm protesting.
To me, then to me sometimes like, okay, yeah, you getting spayed and neutered and all that stuff. I kind of feel like, look, this is the way nature intended them to be. How would you feel like it if somebody just come up to you and be like, yo, I'm gonna just cut your shit off, and
right,
you can't do nothing.
Right.
How'd that feel?
She was born to be Mary Magdalene.
I'm getting trauma right now. I'm really getting trauma
You know what Mary Magdalene is, right? Right, Blue? You know what that is?
I've got trauma right now, man.
Mary Magdalene was the virgin in the Bible that had Jesus. She was a virgin her whole life until God came around and was like, hey, I'm gonna put this baby in you. And people like this, oh, you're a virgin, huh? But you're pregnant? Yeah, okay. So my cat is gonna remain a virgin. He said, you stupid, JP. Yeah, that's what it was. So how was y'all weeks, fella? What's going on? What did y'all do for the week?
Finally finished with school this semester. I passed, so got me a little break. So
congratulations, bro.
Yeah. How many more semesters you got to whatever degree you're trying to claim?
I'll be finished next summer. Fingers crossed.
And it'll be what? A doctor's degree or something?
Nah, bachelor's in nursing.
This nigga this guy did all of this for a bachelor's?
What are you talking about?
How many years is this now for a bachelor's?
Well, I already got my 2 year out, so I just need 2 more years for the bachelor's. That's it. That's all.
He just did 8 years for a bachelor's degree.
8 years for no bachelor. Whatever.
Well, I still haven't finished my associates. I keep stopping.
Mm-hmm.
I keep saying I'm gonna go and finish it up just so that I can say I finished it. But then I'm like, for what? What are you gonna do with it? Like when you get your associate's degree, you're gonna put it on the wall.
What's the associates for?
Communications and broadcasting.
Communications and broadcasting. Yeah, that's some on-the-job training type stuff.
Right, exactly. Some old. Hey, yo, he just belittled my whole major. He's like, yeah, just get hired. Just get hired.
Nah, man, because I mean, that's nothing to like with the you hear about this thing about the student loan. They bringing it back. They thinking they're trying to do the student loan forgiveness thing or whatever because it didn't go through the first time. But now they possibly trying to the hype about it going again. Canceling people's student loans and stuff. And I say, yeah, with college and stuff, college is cool. It's a learning experience. You just, you don't necessarily have. what this pandemic has also taught people is that, man, college as an institution sometimes ain't even worth it. And depending on the degree that you're going for what? You know, unless it's something that, unless you're going to school to learn a trade or, you know, some sort of trade or some sort of skill, technical skill for something that can't be, that somebody can teach you it and, you know, it never goes away. Some of them degrees ain't even worth it. Like a degree for a bachelor's in psychology. You can't do nothing with that. You can't do nothing with a psychology degree until you get to the PhD level. Like, what you gonna do with a bachelor's of psychology? I know people with bachelor's of psychology right now, and they working at T-Mobile. Like, and all that debt.
I was about to say, I said Walmart. I forgot to put it on working at Walmart.
Yeah, Walmart. Yeah, like, come on. Unless you, if you gonna get a degree in some, you know, some of the liberal arts degrees and stuff. Sad to say, some of them, like, you don't need a degree in that to go act. Come on.
So how do you to go what?
Act. You can go to, come on, they got places where you can go to. You can go to the one of those like one of those open houses and stuff like that. You can just go, you know, show up and, you know, you just be in the place. You just get your little experience, you know, doing improv shows and stuff like that, acting, and, you know, put yourself in certain scenarios or whatever. You don't need to go to a whole school to get a whole, you know, arts degree.
I've been saying this for a couple of years now. I have been feeling like, okay, depending on what you're going into, college isn't really necessary because they teach everything on the internet and YouTube and all that shit anyway now. Mm-hmm. So that's how I've basically been feeling. I'm like, you know how many things I've learned on YouTube? Mm-hmm. Like I said, I'm not saying everything, but I'm saying a lot of shit. Mm-hmm. Depending on what you're trying to learn, what you're trying to get into, it's out there for you to learn already now. It's you know, there's access to so much information. Mm-hmm. I've met computer engineers. I've met we call it what's the coding, the people that do coding, and they tell me they learned at home. But they self-taught, and they went out and got jobs off of being self-taught. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
But this is coming from a guy who's an introvert. Like, you got to get out there. You got to get out there and meet people, bro.
I've been meeting people on the computer. I met Juan on the computer. I met Black Words on the computer right here in my house. I'm like, I buzz on the computer. What you saying? We living in a new time now. You don't have to get out there. Okay.
You know, I'm a 100 type person, and I say things like shit on the internet is real. So I can't argue with you there.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, dude, thanks to you, I have met people and had a relationship with these people for a year on a computer.
Yeah, I can't argue with it. Like, I'm sitting here like this. Yeah, well, because that will go against my whole
your whole argument.
Yeah, I'm a 100% type dude. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm gonna say that in one area, then it has to apply in all areas. You know what I mean?
Well, let's say this. Not everything is real on the internet. Obviously, you know, I mean, because to be honest, like when like social media and shit, sometimes, man, come on, people put on like Instagram, IG, people put on their best selves, and you know, and put it out there.
Lorraine.
Nobody puts themselves up when they're at their shittiest. You know, you sitting up here. You
don't log on to my lives, bro. I get on this bitch when I'm tight.
I mean, it depends on what you're looking for, but yeah, there's people out there that put their, how do I say, their worst up.
Yeah.
They make TikTok videos and YouTube videos. I am having a horrible day, and I just want to share it with TikTok. Maybe y'all can help me get out of this. I am so depressed. I'm like, God damn. I turned on TikTok to be happy. I wanted to hear some jokes.
Go therapy, man. Sheesh, please.
She said that you met her. She said you better acknowledge her. You met Lorraine.
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
she
yes.
said you better respect her now.
All praises due, Lorraine.
We met gospel titties.
Gospel titties. I ain't even never heard of no gospel titties until I got on here.
Nah, nobody.
Yeah.
All respect.
But nah,
due.
but yeah, you know, yeah, college. I mean, you can get your, like you said, you can get your education all kind of different ways. Unless it's something you have to have a certain license to do,
Yeah.
something like that, like a mechanic. You know,
Yeah.
you gotta be a licensed mechanic. Okay,
Yeah.
a nurse, you gotta have a license to do that. You know, unless it's something that's licensed or whatever.
Yeah.
A lot
Like,
of
don't
this,
tell me the pilot of my plane learned on YouTube. That's
yeah.
I don't. I want your ass to have learned in the school. I want my pilot to have been in the Air Force before he was able to fly on JetBlue. Okay, like he served for at least 4 to 5 years in the Air Force. That's what I want. Okay, so yes, I like that. That's why I said certain things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're going to teach me how to edit a, film, or video or whatever, you can learn that on the computer. If you go fly a plane, you better have went to a fucking school.
Yo,
and learn from a grandmaster.
Another friend of mine has crossed the threshold and is now getting paid for his YouTube videos and Instagram stuff. That's crazy, bro. Yeah, I mean,
see, when you make statements like that, B, you're supposed to use your sound box. You're supposed to drop bombs or do something. You gotta add something to this. You know what I mean? We're putting on a show here.
You doing all right though, JP? Though, man. Some kind of
tired, man.
I'm tired and my body aches. Like this pinched nerve is killing me. So I keep signing off, stretching. Like I don't even know how I'm gonna make it through my next show. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta.
He was out there putting that work in this weekend.
You been putting in? What kind of work you been putting in?
I got a pinched nerve, and this pinched nerve is killing me.
Tell them about you was in Jersey all day doing shows.
Oh yeah, I heard a little bit of it. I tuned in earlier. Who that? Anita
Ward.
Oh, I got you.
Word.
Jackson 5.
Oh, you picked up some vinyl.
So that goes to another show that I'm gonna be producing called Exploring Vinyl, or I may add it in. Must Be the Music. Depends on how well I think about this plan. But you hear my cat?
What you could do would be dope too. Is you know how rappers be sampling certain joints or whatever. Show them the original where it came from.
You don't watch my show, do you?
No, I ain't gonna lie. I'm a very busy person. I can't watch it.
You said I go live. I'm a very busy person.
I honestly
tell him. I already did.
You said that shit. Nah, I be doing my own fucking thing. What do you want from me? I'm doing this podcast with you 2 hours out of my week.
Yeah, you want me?
I gotta watch your show too.
I do a show called Must Be the Music. You know, Must Be the Music. I did that already. I did the samples, but there's going to be clearly Juan doesn't watch.
I'm sorry.
I like the way you said that shit. I'm sorry.
I'm being honest. I'm not gonna say bullshit about it.
So my show.
Yeah, I got shit to do.
I got you though, but I got you.
My show Must Be the Music is a theme show, and every week is a different theme. And in 1 week, the theme was the sample and the original track. So we did 20 songs of the sample of the original track, and then who sampled it.
Gotcha.
So that was one. Tonight is disco, and I'm really looking forward to tonight because I got all kind of look. I got all kind of shit just waiting. Hold on, let me make sure. Where my shit at? I got all kind of shit waiting. I got a disco ball that'll be playing right here. I got my disco tracks. So I'm really looking forward to tonight.
You gonna rock out the shirt? You had a
what?
The collared shirt with the vest.
I ain't got one of those, but I will start doing it. I will start doing it. But people loving the show. Like the numbers on my show is incredible. Like the numbers grow each and every week.
All right.
So that's one thing I will say. People are definitely enjoying the show. My boy in my building, I didn't even know he paid attention. Like one day we was by the elevator and he just came over to me. He said, "Man, you crazy as shit on that show. I love that music show." I'm like, wow.
That's dope.
People,
That's dope.
people are
Man.
paying attention. People are paying attention. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So the numbers are constantly growing, and that's a big plus. So that's a big plus.
That's cool. That's cool, man. Yeah. It's a different kind of, it's a different kind of infamy. You get, somebody else, you out here doing your thing and stuff. Then people you didn't know that was checking you out go, hey man, y'all saw that, man. Yo, that was dope.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
dope,
that's
bro.
live.
That was dope. I like that, man. I like that, bro. I like that thing that you do with the music. But I think that music shows, because remember, music shows was quite popular back in the days.
Yeah. You had Soul, you got Soul Train, you had Rap City and TRL and 106 in Park and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
My boy Pierre just hit me up this morning and said, yo, I'm watching this documentary on Video Music Box. It used to go down like that. And I was like, bro, you have no idea how much Video Music Box is a part of our lives. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. When MTV wasn't showing us our black videos, we would tune into every day at 3:00 at on channel 25. What channel was 25, right, Blue?
I don't remember, man.
But Video Music Box. You used to watch Video Music Box, though, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
You do one? You was in New York when Video Music Box was on?
Yeah, of course.
You grew up in New York?
Yeah, I grew up in New York. I left New York when I was a teenager, when I was about 12, 13. But yeah.
Yeah, so my boy was like, yo, this really went down like that? It really went down like that. They gave birth to the shout outs.
Yep. That's where the word shout out came from.
Yep, from the Video Music Box.
Video Music Box.
I like to shout out my baby father here in Rikers Island, but you know how
the music scene from the 80s, especially when we're talking about hip hop, started all on the East Coast, man. The radio, first video show, the first radio show.
What was the first video show you remember?
Huh?
What was the first video show you remember?
DJ Ralph McDaniels?
Nah, that's not the first one I remember.
What's the first one you remember?
What's that video? Something with Carlos De Jesus. Remember 12 midnight on Channel 7 on Friday night? Friday night videos with Carlos De Jesus. Remember,
okay.
MTV made music videos so popular that the regular stations used to have videos.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. There was local stations that had video shows,
right,
as well. Yeah, you're right about that.
Bonnie Simpson was on Video Soul, but that was on BET. And if you didn't have BET and you had regular television, ABC tried to get in on that with videos, Friday night videos, and then there was another one late night. After that, you would turn to Channel 4, and they would play the white videos. I remember seeing what's the dude with the one red eye, one green eye? What's his name?
Boy George.
No, not Boy George. Oh man,
one green eye, one red eye.
Yeah. Tall, slim. He played in Labyrinth.
Oh, Bowie. David Bowie.
David Bowie
was the shit.
David Bowie. Yeah, David Bowie videos. You saw. Come on. I remember seeing Police. Remember Police?
Police was the shit.
What was that one song when he was running through the candles?
I'll be watching you.
Yeah. Oh man, how's it go?
Every breath you take.
No. That one.
Move you make. Every smile you fake. Every step you take. I'll be watching you.
Yo, dude, real talk. I ran out and got the cassette just off of Eddie Murphy.
What are you talking
about? Beverly Hills Cop. When he's singing and like when he's arrested and he's on the way to court or whatever, and he's got the Walkman or whatever, he's singing Roxanne.
Oh.
You don't have to. Roxanne. And I was like, yo, for real talk. I was like, what is he singing? And I found out. I found out what it was, and I said, I gotta find out why this black dude, why Eddie Murphy would be listening to this shit. And the first 3 songs on that album, I was hooked. I was like, oh yeah, I'm in.
Really? Really? I never really.
And I was a kid. I was a kid, and I
Phil
had
Collins.
to find that out. I was like, because he was singing that shit with, you know what I'm saying, with gusto, you know what I'm saying, with passion. Roxanne. I was like, you know, because think about it. We heard most of all the black songs, either through our parents or through ourselves. So when I heard this Roxanne shit, I was like, that ain't nothing I never heard. I've never heard that shit. I don't know. Did Stevie Wonder sing this shit? Marvin Gaye? Who sung this shit? And I found out it was the Police. So I was like, okay, I got to find out.
I was in the car the other day and I heard this song come on and I was like, oh shit. I'm gonna be there.
Oh yeah, Michael McDonald.
No, it's a James Ingram song featuring Michael McDonald.
Oh, okay.
But when I heard,
hold up.
When I read the title, I said, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. That's the name of the title too. I'm gonna be there. I said, what? Then when I heard it, I said, oh, I'm gonna be there. So
we was talking about this the other day. Remember when you found out Michael McDonald was white?
Tragic day in my life. Tragic day.
Or how about that guy? How about that guy that sing that song?
Rick Ashley.
Rick Ashley. Yeah. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.
Tragic day in my life.
What?
Tragic.
Dude, I didn't find out until Patti LaBelle had that song with him and they had the video. And that was like 80 something. I was like, it's Michael McDonald?
Or even
he's white. He's white.
The only white boys that I allowed in my life at that time was Daryl Hall and John Oates.
No Phil Collins?
I didn't really know Phil Collins because remember, Phil Collins came from Genesis.
Yeah.
I didn't know him. Like, I didn't pay attention back then. But once he got his own little...
Yeah, we didn't pay attention. I don't think we paid attention to Phil Collins until Miami Vice.
Right. Right. But then I got introduced to a Genesis track, and I thought was
I can feel it coming in the air tonight.
No,
my wife was playing that. My wife was playing that in the car the other day. I was like, okay,
y'all ain't up on this shit right here. Crazy. Let me stop because they'll stop me. Let me tell you, I heard that song. I was downtown in the Village, and this dude had on a face paint. He had all that gold and shit. He had that mask on, and he was in there. He was miming. He was miming like a black person. See this. Black art is different from white art. No, see, that's white art. White art is this. This is white art. This is miming with a white. But he was doing all kind of shit. He had a suitcase. He was opening the suitcase. He let his suitcase walk ahead of him. He was walking the dog. He would bring the suitcase back. This shit was fly.
Oh man, you see that with the B-boys?
I was about to say, hold up. Understand what you're saying, because JP, you're absolutely right when you say it's different. We take something but it like. That all that is that you just said, that was old. That was old B-boy. That was old Electric Boogie. I used to do that back in the days. But what it is somebody saw miming, somebody black saw somebody white miming, and they said, "Oh, I'm gonna make that better. Watch me do this shit with it." You know what I'm saying?
Or somebody white
dog, and we doing the moonwalk. You know what I'm saying? We sitting down at a table having. You know what I'm saying? We doing all type of shit with it. But it came from miming, like JP said.
Or someone white saw someone black miming and was going, "I'm going to do it my way." And he went
but it don't come out right though.
It never comes out. It never comes out right. Like tap dancing for white people is Fred Astaire. Tap dancing for black people is the Nicholas Brothers.
Or Gregory Hines, or Sandman Sims.
Let's go further. I want to take it back to part of one of the originals. Sandman and Nicholas Brothers, Sammy Davis Jr. Them boys, when they tap dance, that shit look different than when you watch Fred Astaire tap dance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. Oh, the glorious feeling.
Yeah, man, like Elvis. Okay, like Elvis, for instance. Man, Elvis was ripping off was palatable black music for white people
Come
because
on.
they couldn't it was soul music, but it was like palatable, made for the white audience. And you saw how and they still went kind of fucking nuts because the moves he was doing and shit like this with his hips.
Oh yeah,
and the girls, you know.
Exactly. So now that we said that, and we can agree on that, let's see where your opinion lies in this. So, do you say the same thing about comedy?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You just admitted that there's black miming, white miming, black tap dance, white tap dance. Is comedy the same thing?
Yeah, I'll say that. I'll say that. Now,
hold it, Warren. Watch this. I want to hear blues.
Okay.
I mean, you have black comics. You have comics that come from. Dude,
not black comics, not comics.
No. Can I answer the fucking question?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You have comedy that comes from a black perspective. So that would be, you know what I'm saying, that would put you in that area of, okay, that's black comedy. So yeah.
So yes, the answer is yes then.
Mm-hmm.
Right. All right. What was you going to say, Warren?
I was going to say now, okay, the only other caveat is, okay, I can understand there's universal experiences that everybody, no matter what race you go through, they're going to go through, you know, you're going to find those experiences with any race, no matter. But as far as the experience, yes, that like Blue saying, there's the black experience and there's the white experience. I mean, so the comedies is going to be different.
I've been having this argument with comics that there's such thing as called black comedy. And these fools keep saying shit like, this one particular female said, humping chairs and talking about crackheads is dead. Oh, you fucking moron. I am not talking about that. I'm talking about the point of view and where you relate from and how you tell your jokes is determined, not what you say, more so how you say it and where it's derived from is what makes you a black comic. Now watch this. There could be black comedy that white people love, and it could be white comedy that black people love, but comedy is usually set out for a specific genre. If you like vaudeville comedy, you're going to go to vaudeville comedy. Could someone who likes stand-up like vaudeville? Yes. You know what I'm saying? When you watch Seinfeld was written for those who like that sarcastic humor, right? It's aimed towards those people. But could someone who likes Three's Company like Seinfeld? Yes. So your comedy is projected to a specific niche or a specific, as they would say in comedy, a specific niche. Doesn't mean that it's pigeonholed to only those people, but it's written for these people because that's the audience that it's marketed to.
Yeah, and see, and what I don't like when people, like you say, when people speak like that or whatever, nobody said nothing about, nobody don't talk that shit about, Larry the Cable Guy or Jeff Foxworthy, because they got their audiences, which is, the Southern redneck folks, and that's their comedy, and that's the audience they're speaking to.
And their audience is totally different from Bill Maher's audience. You know what
I'm saying? So watch this. It's not that I don't watch. It's not that I would watch a Larry the Cable Guy joke and go and won't say, "Oh, that was funny." That was funny. I found that part funny. You know what I'm saying? But his whole show, where he derives from, where he writes his jokes to and from, is put out towards the rednecks. So this is what I'm trying to tell people about black comedy, or not people, black comics. So I just watched this show, The Headliners, with Marlon Wayans. And let me preview this with this. I think these guys are hilarious. I know these guys. I think these guys are hilarious. But I think that they're so busy trying to appeal to a white audience that it didn't come across as funny as I would see them when they're in the clubs. You know what I'm saying? And that's the part that I'm trying to explain to comics. But comics is like, black comedy ain't everybody ain't a Tracy Morgan. Everybody ain't a Chris Tucker. You moron. Wanda Sykes writes from a black point of view. She does black humor. It's just that mainstream caught hold to her, and she still don't talk that black comedy when she up there and talking. She talk just like how she was when she was in the black comedy. She's learned how to market it to them. You know what I'm saying? And it's palatable to them. Mike Epps is the same. You know, I take a bitch and I take a motherfucking bitch and I have that cocaine and that. It's the same black stuff he's doing, but now white people have caught hold to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They've realized that. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm trying to tell black comics. But black comics are so busy trying to fit in a white comedy world that they don't understand that the je ne sais quoi that you own is what they like. The second you become a white comic, now you got to get on the line with the rest of these white comics.
And
you know what I'm saying?
That's packed. That's flooded.
That's flooded.
Well, I mean, let's be honest about something. Let's if you're not being honest with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because when you talk about doing black comedy, well, let's look at Richard Pryor. You know what I'm saying? Richard Pryor was out there and he was trying to emulate what he saw. You know what I'm saying? His, those who were, had came, like a step before him, and, they were wearing the suits, and most of their material was very clean and crossover. The Bill Cosbys, the Dick Gregory's and all that. And, then he said, oh, no, I got to change it up. You know what I'm saying? He went to the streets and, absorbed his blackness and came back with a whole different show. And, they capitalized off of the black experience. That's really what it did. It capitalized and
do you think he meant to do it, or do you think he just started speaking from his heart?
I think it was a combination of both. I think he was smart enough to understand that this was already being done. So why do that? I can have more fun being myself, and I can learn how to market myself. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you watch like one of his first recorded joints, this shit wasn't the funniest shit in the world. You know what I'm saying? But he learned how to mold that experience and put it out there to talk about the drug addict, the dope fiend, because they didn't have crackheads back then. You know what I'm saying? When he first started doing that, to talk about, those type of experiences and to visualize it, to put it in a visual picture for the world to see, not just the black community, but, white people was buying this shit.
I don't think he targeted the white audiences. I think he just wanted to speak from his heart. And white people realized that it wasn't intimidating, and
I'm gonna disagree with you. And the reason I'm gonna say because when you say he didn't target the white audience, he was performing in white clubs. So you can't say he didn't target the white audience if he's going directly to white clubs.
He was in white clubs because that's where he was being booked at. But his art was still very black. He didn't go.
No, I'm not. But what I'm saying to you,
when he talked, when he talked that John,
targeting it towards the white people. It wasn't like he was saying, "I'm only going to perform for black people." He wasn't doing that.
Well, I think, and this is where we'll have our difference of opinion. I think that he decided to speak his own dialect. I think he decided to be comfortable with himself. I think he decided to speak from his heart, and it just so happens that white people were there and experienced it and realized that it wasn't because when he did his specials, he wasn't in front of white people. Yes, he was. No, go look at them specials. He was in front of white people, man. White people showed up.
Remember? Yeah, I see what he means. What he's saying is that white people just wound up showing up. It wasn't that he purposed, like they wound up coming in like, oh shit, let me check this out.
Right.
It was mainly a black audience, but white people showed up. It's like, a couple of white folks sprinkled throughout the crowd and stuff. But it was mostly black people that's coming to see.
Mostly black people, and white people showed up.
Here's what I'm saying to you guys: whether you talk about Richard Pryor or Eddie Murphy, right? They took their blackness and they displayed it in front of the masses. They didn't take their black comedy, their blackness, and just.
When you look at Eddie Murphy, Eddie Murphy Raw, and you look at Eddie Murphy Delirious, right? Mm-hmm. Who was in those audience? Who was the majority in that audience?
He was the majority in the audience.
Mhm.
They wasn't really showing the audience back then. Not like they do now.
They show clips of the audience all the time.
Mhm.
Who's in those audiences? Who's the majority of that audience?
I mean, I know you want me to say black, but
I want you to say what I want you to say what you
I
remember.
don't. But what I'm being honest with you. Like now we see. Back then, I'm like, I don't remember. I don't remember. I know I was there. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of black people were there, but I also remember a lot of white people being there.
Right. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying that white people. I'm not saying that white people weren't. I'm not saying that white people weren't there. I'm saying they spoke from their point of view, and white people just so happen to. Okay, you just agreed. You just agreed. You just agreed that Seinfeld writers write for Seinfeld people, but it's okay.
But here's what I'm understand what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. Look at like say for instance today, right? What you're saying is more prevalent to today, like Cat Williams, for instance. Most of the comedy clubs and most of the venues that Cat Williams has come up in have been predominantly black venues. You know what I'm saying? So when you say that, oh, well, Cat Williams, when you see white people in Cat Williams's concerts, they saw him wherever and they flocked to him. Yes, I agree with that. But when you say Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy, well, no, their venues were white venues. They were on Saturday Night Live. They were on white TV shows. You understand? They were in white comedy clubs. That's what I'm saying. The difference is they were marketing their black show to white people, whereas Cat Williams, on the other hand, was marketing his show towards black people, towards black venues. White people just showed up. That's why I'm gonna break and say there's the difference right there.
Okay, I don't agree. Listen, there was
hold on, Jay. Even though you don't agree, is what I just said factual? Cat Williams.
No. Don't say it's factual. Don't say it's factual because we're debating.
Factual.
No, we're debating.
When Cat Williams was coming up, what white venues was he doing?
When Eddie Murphy and him was coming up, what black venues was there?
There was a couple. There wasn't a lot like today.
I'm not understanding.
Hold up.
I let you speak. I let you speak, bro. I let you speak. So watch this. There were no black TV shows and black venues other than the Chitlin circuit that was around when Richard Pryor and them was coming up. That was the Chitlin circuit. Mm-hmm. But what they did was they took their black act and brought their black act in other venues, mainstream venues, but it wasn't targeted for the white people. White people just so happen to say, "Hey, this redneck humor, this redneck humor, this like Larry the Cable Guy, that was funny. I like that." But he didn't say, "Hey, I'm going to change Jive Turkey."
No. See, here's where you're messing it up. Here's where you're getting missed.
I'll let you speak to that. I'll let you speak to the end. Okay. You see, I deliberately did this so that you can speak.
Yes.
What I'm trying to say is they didn't turn Jive Turkey into something that white people can palate. They said he said Jive Turkey, and he was saying our language that they just so happened to agree with. Okay.
But this is what I'm saying to you. No, because you're saying because they didn't change shit that it wasn't focused towards white people. They didn't change shit because it was authentic. It was still going out to white people, is what I'm saying. I never said they changed shit. You're wrong.
Listen, what I'm trying to say is
I'm just wrong.
Because first off, you won't let me finish, and I'm trying to be even in this conversation and have even dialogue. But you're telling me no, and what I'm saying to you is this is if you look at the pattern. You agreed with the pattern everywhere else except for when it comes to us. And this is where black people always, to me, lose. You agreed with the pattern when it was Seinfeld. Oh yeah, Seinfeld people write for Seinfeld people. You agreed with the pattern when it was towards the redneck humor. Yeah, the redneck humor people write toward the redneck humor people. But then all of a sudden, when it comes to our humor, all of a sudden, no, it was to this. It's the same.
No. Understand what I said. Understand what I said. I said that those particular comics, when they were coming up, they had to do it on these venues. So they were targeting these audiences. I'm not saying they weren't doing it. They weren't doing it coming from a black perspective. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that they weren't authentic coming from the black perspective and it wasn't going to reach us. It definitely was. But the venues that they were doing it on was targeting white audiences.
You're wrong. Listen,
y'all both basically.
I know we're saying the same thing. I know we're saying the same thing.
Y'all both are basically saying
right. We're both
the same exact thing.
But I'm saying he's wrong because I keep trying to have an even conversation, dialogue about this. But if for some reason it seems as if black comics will not take the credit for black comedy, they seem to somehow think that it has to be whitewashed down to something palatable that white people can accept. When I'm saying they've already accepted your blackness, accept your blackness. So when I keep hearing, oh, but they can write for them, these guys got these great white comics, but where's the black great comedy? Well, we write for everybody because everybody can experience what we do. And when I write, I want people to understand what I'm saying. They understand us. That's why Def Jam was so huge when it came out, because middle America finally got a chance to say, hey, I'm listening to black comics, talk to black audiences, and I love it.
I'm not saying that, for instance, Def Jam, venues like that weren't targeted towards black people. They were. What I'm also saying is that individuals, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, when they were doing their comedy, they weren't just doing it for black audiences. I'm not saying that they watered it down, that they whitewashed it. I'm not saying they did any of that. They kept it 100, authentic. Richard Pryor was, oh my God, what he was doing was revolutionary, what he was bringing to the stage. However, because they were mainly in white venues, this is all I'm saying, because they were mainly in white venues and on white TV shows, this was going to white people. It's not the same as, these other cats that were mainly doing it only for this, only to target it towards this audience. Did they whitewash it? They tone it down for white people? No, I'm not putting it on it at all. I watched it and I thought it was as authentic, has a picture or a performance has anybody I've ever seen. And a matter of fact, they were the revolutionaries to this. If it wasn't for them, you don't have a Def Comedy Jam. You don't have a Comic View. You don't have all the black stuff that has exploded in the comedy scene. So yes, they did it, and they did it with our people and our experience in mind. But when they were doing it, it wasn't just going out to them. It wasn't just, oh, it's only for the black people. No, these were businessmen. I think they'd tell you, oh no, I'm giving it to everybody.
The last thing they were businessmen when they was making their crafts. That's why they got shafted in a lot of their business. So I don't think they were businessmen. I think they were artists finally fed up and just started exploding with their art, doing what we do. I'm going to speak how I want to speak. I can't put this suit on and be Bill Cosby anymore. I can't do this no more. I gotta do this, and I gotta say the word in, and I gotta let these jive turkeys know. And guess what? if it didn't work, if it wasn't palatable to white people, they would have stopped it. And on many occasions, he did get cut out. Talking about Richard Pryor, he did get cut out of shows because they didn't want that kind of humor. He did get cut off of networks because they didn't want that kind of humor. And then they started to realize, hey, these theaters and arenas are filled in with black people. Whenever he shot a special, and I'm talking about Richard Pryor, in front of black people. And white people showed up. He didn't market it towards white people. He didn't.
What it means is that they worked for and black people showed up. And
right.
A couple of sprinkling of white folks that saw it too was like.
I don't think he marketed his material for white people. Now where it got displayed at, slowly turned, so that to the point where now this suit-wearing, imitating Bill Cosby comic no longer is doing those white TV shows like he was doing like that. And when he was doing it, he was getting censored. He was getting censored from NBC and ABC. He was getting fined so much. But then they found where he fits, and then that's what they became marketable. So I don't think he marketed it towards white people. He just spoke his mind, and Eddie Murphy soon followed. And even though Eddie Murphy came up, and if you go and because you've been in there, when you go in those rooms like comic strip and all that, and you hear old Eddie Murphy stories, they would tell you he would cuss up a storm, and and they had to tell him many a times, we don't understand what you're saying and blah blah blah. And then finally, and the only reason why he got Saturday Night Live was what? Why did he get Saturday Night Live? What's the only reason why he got Saturday Night Live?
So what's his name? Couldn't read.
What's his name? Couldn't read. What's his name?
Charlie Barnett.
Charlie Barnett couldn't read, and what's his name? Didn't want it. The Wayans boy, Damon Wayans. He did one episode and realized this isn't what he wanted.
No, actually, no, that's not true.
I saw the episode. Yeah, that's true. No,
Damon Wayans. You talk about Damon Wayans?
Damon Wayans did one episode of Saturday Night Live. And
Damon Wayans did he did Saturday Night Live after Eddie Murphy. He came after Eddie Murphy.
Well, I know he did one episode and was like, "Nah, this isn't what he wanted."
Well, what happened was he was writing sketches, and they would water down the sketches, and he didn't feel they were funny. So finally, there was a sketch that he was supposed to do. I think it was one where he was dressed up like a cop or something like that.
I don't know.
And he basically wrote it his way and did it his way. And that's why Lorne Michaels ended up firing him, because he changed the whole sketch and made his character funny. So, and they didn't like that.
So that's what I mean by black comics loving black comedy. You gotta love we so busy trying. Look, we lost all our viewers too. Lost all our viewers. Everybody, cut the fuck out. Let me just.
What happened?
Everybody, cut the fuck out.
What do you mean? Like what?
I don't like this comedy shit. This debate over comedy.
I tell you, man. I tell you, they when we talk about certain things, I get letters.
Letters.
I get letters.
You get letters.
Somebody actually sits down with a pen and paper.
Who writes a letter?
Somebody sit there with a pen and paper.
Just text messages. I get text messages.
Okay, because I'm like letters. You said letters. I'm like, who even says letters anymore?
Dear JP.
I get what's names.
I
get what's the names in my inbox.
Dear JP, I do not like Blue's hair.
I get letters in my inbox and all that kind of stuff. So I tell you, man, when there's certain things that we talk about, it comes right in, and I'm like, and it's hard because we trying to, like, we got one person now, that's probably Lorraine that came back. We try to appeal to everybody, but
here's how I feel about that too. See, okay, something like what Raekwon said at the end of the Wu-Tang Forever album, right? He said, we know our stuff ain't for everybody. We know that. We know our stuff ain't for everybody. But we know certain things. He said, but the people that do understand us, we do have certain fans, certain supporters, and we know we got them. We know we go, do for them and stuff. And then just like you said, when they see how many that we got or whatever that really support us, then everybody else will come and follow. You bring the audience to you.
Is that a quote, or is that a part?
I'm paraphrasing.
Is it a part of a song?
No, it's at the end of it's like a little outro, at the end of one of the Wu-Tang albums, you know, whatever.
But I'm saying, is it a song or is it like vocal?
Vocals.
So I can clip it off and put it on?
I don't know.
Yeah, what you said is the Wu-Tang Forever?
On the outro and the second disc on Wu-Tang Forever.
Yeah,
you know,
no piece.
You know who was out here this week in Farside?
They back together?
No, they're not.
No, they're not. They're not back together.
It's just two of them. It's
just two of them.
Fat Lip and what's his name?
That's just far. That's just far. Not Far Side. That's half of them. It's just far.
I think one of them died. One of them is called itself another name and doesn't even want to be associated with. And then the other two.
Well, it's a whole court thing. They had to go to court, and so two of them have the rights to the name Farside, and the other two they can only say.
No, one died. One died.
Oh, one passed away. I didn't even know that.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait.
If I'm not mistaken, I think one of them died.
Nah, they're still alive.
All four of them?
All four of them alive. Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't hear that. Because I was just talking to somebody about it this week, and they say, yeah, the other two they can only say such and such from the Far Side. They can't say they can't use the name Far Side other than formerly from the Far Side. So their name is something different. It actually has side in it, but it's not Far Side. It's something else side. Yeah, Bizarre Side or something like that. I think
Fat Lip and Imani is out. Fat Lip and Imani.
Hold on, but now I'm seeing something about in 2022, Imani, Slim Kid 3, and Fat Lip launched the 30th Bizarre Ride tour, performing as the Far Side, formerly of the Far Side.
Yo, she said that man ain't dead.
Oh.
JP, you killing people off. That man ain't dead.
I could have sworn he died.
Lorraine, you are the manager of this shit. Help us get together, Lorraine. Tell us what we need to talk about to get these people watching. Jada Pinkett is a cankerous whore. Are the people listening now?
Well, it out.
Tory Lanez need to go to jail for shooting Megan Thee Stallion.
Amber Heard need to get her ass. Somebody need to shit in somebody's bed. Shit in somebody's bed. They think that shit is the fucking joke.
Yo, Juan, here's the world we living in where my sister texts me. So Amber Heard shit in Johnny Depp's bed? Is that a thing? Yes, that's a thing. That really happened. That came up in the court. She shit in his bed.
Who did what?
Amber Heard,
ex-wife.
Johnny Depp's ex. They're in court right now because she said a whole bunch of shit about him, like he was abusive and all this, and come to find out she was the one abusing him. So they're in court right now, and one of the things that came out in court is that she shit in his bed. White people have an obsession with shit, with feces. What's going on? Y'all went to the Capitol, rioted in the Capitol. Y'all spread feces on the fucking Capitol walls. Black people would have never thought of that shit. Amber Heard has now been revealed that she shit in Johnny Depp's bed. What the hell? What white people? What's the obsession with the shit? What's going on? Because black people, we can get to arguing, we can get to killing, but I don't know black people to be flinging shit at one another.
Yeah, that's a bit much. Like, yeah.
He said that's a bit much.
Yeah, I know. I had, I know that from experience. I know I had white roommates. They do stupid practical jokes involving shit. Like they would do something they call it the upper deck. Somebody would take the commode off the top part of the commode or whatever, and someone would shit in it or whatever. And then so when somebody go to flush the toilet, shit would bubble all out. They call it the upper deck.
First off, who calls it the commode?
You know what I'm talking about. I can't just say toilet because people think the inside the bowl. I'm talking about the top part, the commode. That's called the commode. That's what it's called.
The whole thing ain't called a commode?
You got the bowl, and then you got the commode, which is the top part where, if something broke down, you got to go into that.
Oh, the tank.
Yeah. Whatever, man. Y'all know what the hell I'm talking about. Commode, tank, whatever.
Oh. Okay.
Juan, you know what's going on, Juan. You know, motherfuckers is over here just dumb as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Juan, you know you're the smart one on the show, Juan.
yo, he threw me the fuck off. I was like, the what? Top part, the tank. Did you know that? Did you know that's what he's talking about, Blue?
Did I know that the tank was the commode?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, so I'm the dumb.
She got jokes.
Yeah, he said the commode. I said, what?
The commode.
The tank.
Yeah. Whatever, man.
So, pull a chain in the tank. Pick the goddamn chain in the tank. Oh, he never said put the chain in the commode.
Same shit.
See that now I should be what do you call that? Postpartum PTSD.
Postpartum
PTSD, right? I should one of them little mental things. I don't know. What's up, fellas? What we got going on this week? Talk to me. We can close this out.
Well, y'all know every Tuesday, 10 p.m. 9 Central. You see it right down there, Madman Radio, 247films.tv. That's where I'm gonna be at Tuesday.
That's your new email too. They give you an email over there now. Oh, Juan is official over there now. Juan got an email. People write to Juan at Madman TV.
No, not that. No, that's just saying where I'm at. My other email, that's Harlem Filmhouse. That's something different. But yeah, I do got an email over there.
She gave you your own email over there?
Yeah, I got my own email over there. Yeah.
Oh, Juan is officially moved in.
Yeah,
he got the key. He got the key to the mailbox. Oh shit.
That's crazy. Yeah, my picture on the website and everything, man. I'm you know.
What picture you be using? You got a proper headshot?
Nah, it's me like this with the black fist, you know.
Yeah, I met that guy. I met him.
Who?
The original guy who did that.
Oh, word. From the Olympics.
In the Olympics, yeah. I met him on a cruise.
Okay.
And guess what, Blue? He's from Harlem.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. I think from who I think it is. Yeah.
What you got going on this week, Blue?
I'm gonna
and you better say the one thing that I know you got going on this week, because if you don't get this shit done on Thursday, I'm gonna come and fuck you up.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know you don't.
I don't know. I don't have no idea what you're talking about. But I'm going to attempt to do something that I've never done before. I'm going to attempt to go a whole week just juicing.
I don't know, bro. Your stomach gonna be tore up. I'm telling you. Watch. You'll be on the toilet for the next week, man. You ain't gonna never be able to leave that shit. You gonna be.
I'm drinking this right here. This is vitamin. This has no calories, no what's the name, blah blah blah, sugar free, zero this, zero that. Does this count?
Is that the ice cream truck?
No, that doesn't count.
That's the ice cream truck. I live on the 4th floor. How loud is this goddamn ice cream?
I was about to say you can hear it from up there.
Yo, real talk. The ice cream truck. Yo, you be sitting there. Yo, people would lose it. And people would hear it. You as a kid, kids used to fucking lose it. You hear that damn ice cream truck, Mr. Softy.
Yo, listen.
Ice cream! You gonna run downstairs.
You know you're talking to two comics right now. You know the first thing that came to our mind, right?
What's that?
Ice cream.
Eddie Murphy.
All right,
listen, here's what I got going on this week, but it really doesn't make a difference because everything will be put on hold for Thursday. Thursday morning at 10 a.m., I will be sitting in a movie theater watching Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah, do come out. Yeah. I don't know if I'm not.
Hold on. Look at Blue's face. How are you feeling right now, Blue?
Woo!
How you feeling right now?
You got JP. You got to understand. I'm tired. I worked till 3:00 in the morning. I ain't get home to 3:30. But I already said I'm about to get tickets Monday.
Yo,
I'm about to order my tickets. I should order them today.
Watch this.
Oh my God!
Watch this. What do I get? Where do I get my tickets? Where do I get my tickets from? StubHub? What is
should
Stub?
order these shits right now. Like, what's my tickets? The movie event of the year is about to go down.
It's about to go down.
About to go
down. You hear me? I'm getting. Hold on, my G. Hold on.
Oh,
I'm not even gonna let you.
JP, because I didn't know what you was talking about. Oh, I know you gonna have Thursday. I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah.
I'm thinking talking some comedy shit. I'm like, I ain't got no comedy shit going on.
Yeah, buddy, you already know. I was saying, you know what
10
I was.
a.m. though?
Yo, bro, I go first thing in the morning when it's quiet. Everybody's at school. People are at work. Only the true geeks are in that theater. You hear me?
I might have to see this shit like 3 times.
Oh, I already know. I already know. I plan it. You know how I do, Blue. You know how I do. This weekend, I'll probably see it 3 times this weekend.
I expect them to blow the goddamn roof off the theater with this shit. I'm expecting. I got high expectations for this one. I don't expect them to let me down. Especially after what Spider-Man did, I expect high expectations. I expect big surprises. They better come with it.
Yeah,
they
better come with it. But Disney now, painted themselves into a corner with this shit now. They did it themselves now. I mean, ever since Endgame, I mean, now y'all got this sustain it. I don't know how long they can sustain this shit, but we'll see.
Well, listen. The fact that it's, they got a formula to this, and saying everybody's telling, it's all a part of one story. So even when you're watching these joints on Netflix, I mean not Netflix, on Disney, there are shows, WandaVision, now you got Moon Knight, Loki, all that. It's all dealing with this one universe leading towards one big event again. So for me,
I got a feeling this Secret Wars.
Yeah, exactly. For me personally, especially when what's in the works as far as them having the rights now to all the other characters like the X-Men and Fantastic Four and Deadpool. Yo, dude, the sky's the limit now, because they was doing all of this. They did what they did before without those characters. Now they have those characters. So those characters are going to be a part of this universe. And we're going to see the implementation of those characters within this. Oh my God. The sky is the limit. Dude, when it comes to this, I'm giddy. I'm a true geek. I'm giddy. I'm having orgasms. No. Xavier's in this. Xavier is in Doctor Strange. The Illuminati's in Doctor Strange. Stop.
All right, let's close this out. Well, this week, you know what I'm going to be doing on Thursday. I'll be driving Uber, and I got a couple of shows this week. But the big thing is the Grown Folk Comedy Show is back in full effect, ladies and gentlemen. May 28th, I got my man, Mr. Rodney Perry. This week, I will be going real heavy with the promotions. Big shout out to everybody that bought tickets already. Don't forget, each and every Sunday at 5 p.m., we got the Black Kings Table Talk. But at 8 p.m. tonight, it must be the music, and tonight's theme is disco. So make sure you follow me at JP Justice Laughs over on Twitch, because that's the only avenue and platform that allows me to play music. I had a great time with y'all, man. My back is killing me, but I will see y'all in an hour. Yo, JP Justice, man. Fellas, I'm going to be out. All right?
Peace out.
Yeah, good to see you on.
All right.